Hello! Thank you so much for joining us. This is week 1, lesson 1 of the Make Your Bed Challenge, and it's so exciting to have you here. Before we start and dive into lesson 1, I wanted to tell you a bit more about myself and explain why I feel kind of equipped and skilled to be able to run this challenge for you, and also why I wanted to do it. My name's Jo. I'm a 29-year-old entrepreneur. I set up my business, Freckles Childcare, 5 years ago when I graduated from university. I studied economics at university, so absolutely nothing to do with what I do now. But there we go. And Freckles, when I started the business, it very much started as a nanny agency, so placing permanent nannies. But over the years it's evolved, and we focus a lot now on training our nannies, because I'm really passionate about helping raise our children to be their best selves. And that starts with a baby, and it goes all the way up through to you guys, and it goes through into my nannies. I have gone through so many challenges myself, like I can't even count them, and I have experienced so much uncertainty, and that is where we are now, and that is why I wanted to do something for you. When I heard that A-levels were cancelled, kids were leaving university, like they were shutting down till September, it really broke my heart to the extent that we're on this treadmill of life, and we're like going through school, and they're like, okay, you're going to do your GCSEs, you're going to do your ASs, and then go to your A-levels, and then go to uni, and you might be having a gap year, but then you're going to go on, aren't you? Obviously that's what you're going to do. And what happens when stuff like this happens and suddenly, bam, it's gone? Like we're left in this world where we're like, hello, the roots that I was holding on to have just been torn away. So how do we navigate it? How do we stay centered? How do we not cling on to fear and anxiety, but look for opportunity and hope and joy and gratitude? How do we make sure that we are not the person we went into this experience being, but we are a different and stronger and braver person as we come out of it, and where our core values have solidified themselves, and we know more about ourselves and more about what's important? And that's something that when you run a business you have to learn, and there's no guidebook for, and you just try stuff and it fails, and you try again and it fails, and then you try again, and you keep going. And that's a resilience that you don't get from many other things, because when you run your own business, you have to succeed. There's nobody else to carry that for you. So it is all on you. At school, I was never the straight A student. I was smart, I did well, but I was never in the first team for all the sports. I was always in the seconds. Like, you know, I was never the cool kid. I was sort of averagely cool, like sort of had friends in the cool group, but didn't really. And but I have always believed that I am myself, and I have always strived to be myself. And what I want to inspire you is that you are created as your own human being. You have your own unique set of DNA, and you should never, ever, ever attempt to be somebody else. Just be yourself. That's a totally different lesson in itself, so we'll pause that thought there. So that is why I feel that I can give something to you. I hope you are ready for the session. I hope you're sitting somewhere quiet, that you've got a notebook and a pen with you. Grab something, make sure you've got something to write notes down. Hopefully I will be saying something worthy of writing down. We are 5 times more likely to retain information if we write it down, and that's actually the process of pen to paper versus typing. Obviously typing does help. If that's your preference, then do that too, because what I would really want is just for you to have something to refer back to once we leave the session. Lesson 1, make your bed. Stop. Could probably be over right there, like I've said it. Make your bed. Make your bed. Did you get up this morning? Did you make your bed? Can I call you out on that one? How good does it look? Did you make it beautiful? Did Did you just leave it? Literally get out of bed, leave it, throw your clothes on it. Did you kind of shivvy the duvet out and sort of plonk it down a bit? Did you make your bed? Most people don't make their beds. That is something that I find totally baffling. I've got to explain the theory behind making your bed and why I think taking pride in yourself and success starts with making your bed. When you get up in the morning, the first thing you do is you get out of bed, okay? Literally, like that's it. You get out of bed. It's like the first thing you do to really start your day. Yeah, okay, so maybe you lay in bed and you turned your phone on and you checked Instagram and you scrolled around and whatever. But at some point you got out of bed to start your day. And the action of getting out of bed is you going, okay, that is sleep over now. This is the day. This is the day that I have been gifted. This is the day that I am alive. And I'm going to go and make the most of the day. Whatever else you do in the day, we're going to go through later. But the fact is that you have got out of bed to start your day. Now, anything can happen in your day. But right there, right in that moment of getting out of bed, you have the opportunity to achieve something. You have the opportunity to end your day by looking at something that you achieved. You have the opportunity to be proud of yourself. And all it takes, 1 minute, make your bed. Take pride in making your bed. Straighten the sheet, throw the duvet down and tuck it in. Puff your pillows, set them out, put them out properly, put your cushion on, fold up your pajamas, make your bed. Because then, when you get to the end of the day, and if you achieve nothing else in that day, if you feel that that day was a total write-off, you have still achieved something. You have made your bed. You have made something that was not that way when you woke up. Of course it didn't look like that when you woke up. You have straightened it out. You have tidied it up. You have made it proud of itself, and you are proud of it. It sounds both so simple to do and also really kind of weird that you should be like proud of making your bed. You know, you're probably sitting there going, seriously, is this girl for real? Is she actually telling me to make my bed and I'll feel better about myself? I am. Make your bed, you'll feel better about yourself. And I'm telling you that because it's true. Let's change tack slightly. And do any of you know, do you know anyone in the army? Or the armed services? So RAF, Navy or Army. Could be the Marines too. Obviously that's part of the Navy. Think about that. Got anyone in your mind? Anyone you know? Okay. Do they make their bed? Does every single person who is in the armed forces, when they go through their training, do they have to make their bed? Yes. They have to get up every morning and the first thing that they do across the board, so regardless of arms, so whether it's Navy or Army or RAF, they make their bed every single morning and they are judged, they are assessed, they are passed or failed as to the standard of their bed. Why do they do that? If that wasn't important, they wouldn't do it. It is important. It makes you feel like you have achieved something and it shows that you have pride in what you put out into the world. It shows that you have intentionality to do something, to achieve something, to try for something, to strive for something better than was before. There's a guy in America, he's called Admiral William McRaven, and in 2014 he did a speech at a university. And in it he spoke about making your bed. He's a US SEAL, Navy SEAL, and so one of those super scary, high achieving, save the world, kind of jump out of planes, swim under boats kind of guy. And he makes his bed every single day. And in his book, he wrote a book about it as well. It's really simple. It's a very simple concept. It's the concept that this challenge is built around. It's make your bed and change your life. You have to take control of this life that you are given, even though right now it's so uncertain. Right now, you don't know where you're going to be next week, next month. You don't know if you're going to get your A-levels. You don't know if you're going to get into uni. You don't know if all that travelling that you'd planned for your gap year is going to happen. But you know that you can make your bed, because you can do that for yourself. I have made my bed every single day for as long as I can remember. My mum would probably argue differently. But I went to boarding school and I made my bed. I went to university and I made my bed. I travelled around the world and I made my bed. Whatever was on my bed, I folded up sheets, I put them at the end, I puffed up pillows. I made my bed because it showed to me that I was starting a new day, that I was taking pride and I was grateful for the things that I had being my bed, and it symbolises so much more than the simple act of actually doing it. So the challenge, this 12-week challenge is around making your bed and the habits and the rituals that we do that carry us through the uncertainty of life. But particularly, I think everyone is feeling uncertainty right now, and it's to help you with that. Looking at it from a different angle, Ryan, my other half, is in the army, and loads of our friends are in the military. And when coronavirus kind of kicked off and us as civilians, we were being told to stay at home or limit our travel, limit our socialising, and then it got more and more serious. Civilians were kind of going, what? You can't believe you're telling me to do this. Like, this is my life and you're taking it away from me. And Ryan and all our army friends were like, yeah, well, normal day. Like, they are used to uncertainty. That is how they live. They live with somebody else telling them what to do. And when they sign up for the military, they sign away control of so many aspects of their life. So for them, being told to stay at home is fine. Like, being told that they can't do things is normal. But they are also grounded so heavily in habits and rituals. They are grounded in their training in things like making their bed, drinking water, exercising every day. They have these things. They are like pillars that these guys lean on so they can navigate uncertainty, because wherever you are in the world, you have a bed. Whether they are training at Sandhurst, whether they are out in Brecon, whether they are on tour in Afghanistan, they have some form of something that they're sleeping in, and they have to take pride in that place that they're sleeping in. That is something that they can use and they can hold on to regardless of the uncertainty around them. And so it's the same principle for us. But as civilians, no one's ever really drilled that into us. No one has stood there and shouted at you at 5:30 a.m. on parade and said, "Have you made your bed? This is not up to standard." Now, I'm not going to be there standing at you, shouting at you, making sure you've made your bed and inspecting it. But if I could, I would. And I have really high standards of how they should be made. It's the habits and the rituals that we have that will carry us through the uncertainty. So the uncertainty that we're in right now, where everything we knew has been turned upside down, we need to develop habits and rituals to keep us going, to keep us secure. And then in the future, when things happen and get thrown at us, we will be able to hold on to those pillars and hold on to those habits and rituals, and we'll be able to navigate it. So the habit that, surprise, surprise, I want you to work on this week is making your bed. I want you to make your bed every single day, starting now. Start right now. As in, you got up this morning, did you make your bed? If the answer is no, or the answer is kinda, then I want you to get up and go and make your bed. Go upstairs, go downstairs, go along the corridor, go back to your bedroom and go and make your bed. Or if you're in your bedroom right now, get off your bum, you're probably sitting on your bed, and make your bed. Take time to make it nice. Take pride in what you have, what you have in front of you. It is a habit that will hold you strong, and it will hold you steady through uncertainty if it's something you do every single day. And so when you get to the end of a day and it's been really, really, really freaking hard to navigate because you don't know where you're going, you will get back to your bedroom and you will look at your bed and you will be able to say to yourself, I did it. I did something today that I am proud of. I made my bed. It is so simple, yet it is so powerful. There, I want to caveat it with something. Guys, sometimes we screw up, okay? Sometimes we fall off the bandwagon and we don't do what we set out to do. Some days we don't achieve it. And I just want to make it really clear that if you are somebody like me who, when they don't achieve something, I have incredibly high expectations for myself. And so if there's a day where I fall off the bandwagon, I used to, now I can sort of navigate it better, but I used to beat myself up about it a lot. Not healthy. Not the right way to deal with it. If you fall off the bandwagon and if you don't make your bed one day out of the next 7, pick yourself up again the next day and do it again. Because when we're starting something, we're more likely to fall off it, okay? But when you get back up, having the strength to get back up again is what's important. Get up, go again, try again, do it tomorrow, because all being well, you will have another day. You will have another day on the other side of sleep where you can try again. And if at the moment all we're trying to do is make our bed every single morning, then get up and try and do it. And you know what? Maybe you'll get to the end of the day and you didn't make it in the morning for whatever reason. You let yourself run with an excuse that meant you didn't have time, or you couldn't be bothered, or you didn't care that much, or you thought it was a stupid idea anyway. But then at the end of the day, you got back and you felt shame for not doing it, or you felt sad for not doing it. You can still make your bed right then and right there. You can make your bed, make it, and then you can get into it. You've still achieved something if you do that. You can do it. You can do anything you set your mind to. You can make your bed every single day until next week. So that's it, guys. That's your challenge. I want you to go away from today. I want you to go away and I want you to go and make your bed. And I want you to do it every day until the next lesson at least. And we are trying to build a habit here, a habit that fills us with positivity, that fills us with pride, that makes us feel like we've achieved something, that will carry us through this uncertainty. So good luck. Let me know if you have any questions. You know where I am. You can reply to the email. You can send me a message on Instagram. Go via the website and you can get my address on there as well. So, get in touch. I'm here to help. I'm here to help us navigate this thing that we're in, and let's make the most of it. There's so much good stuff in there. We just have to find it. We just have to reevaluate what we thought we had, which was structure and A-levels and uni and traveling and da-da-da. And I'm not saying that's not going to happen. It will come back, but it's going to come back differently, and it's not here right now. And that for many of us can make us feel really anxious and insecure. And so we need to ground ourselves in the things that we can control. And the first thing that we can control is making our bed, because you get up and out of it every single day. So you can go and make it. So go make it and shout up if you have any questions. Don't forget to take a photo, tag us in it, use the hashtags, hashtag MakeYourBedChallenge and hashtag MadeMyBed, so we can see. And yeah, I can't wait to hang out with you more in lesson 2.